Our Q&A live 3:30 p.m. Thanks for chiming in with us for a few minutes. Love doing this Friday afternoon because every week there's like so much stuff that happened in the real estate world, and it's kind of good to recap on the weekend or before the weekend. And I appreciate the questions that come to us throughout the week. We're getting bombarded with questions, and I tried to pick one or two that seem to stand out the most every time, and so I can talk to you guys and hopefully hit home. So obviously the market has really shifted, as we all feel it right now. If you are in real estate or if you're a seller or buyer, you definitely have noticed the difference. We got kind of slow during fall and winter and even January, February, and boom, now we're back. We see a lot of multiple offers coming in. And so that brings me to talk about like the season of real estate. A lot of people always ask, and that was one of the questions, mainly from the consumer, is it a good time to buy now? The rates are high, the rates are higher, they keep going up, and the price going down, and the kind of a misconception that the price is still going down and rates are still really high. And I would say you probably want to check around the rates right now, because we have seen some rates in the 500 in the last couple of weeks. So not so many of the 700, and at one point during fall we even saw some 800, like 8%, and now they're more like the 5% rate. So not 100%, I'm thinking sales price. As far as the sale price goes, we definitely had adjusted down a little bit, and homes were sitting for a while. We had to really crank up our marketing and more open house. I'm sure you've seen a lot of open houses signed in your neighborhood if you're a consumer. And of course, if you're an agent, you kind of got busy every weekend for a while, didn't you? Right? Back to doing a bunch of open houses, the same over and over until you finally get it sold. So the question, like, is it a good time to buy now? What's the best time to buy? I always tell people the best time to buy is depending on for you, it's your best time. So of course, if you don't have to buy or sell, you can maybe try to figure out what would be a better time for you to make a move if in the future you want to make a move. But there's things in life that you have no choice. It's time for you to make the move, and you just gotta grab the bull by the horn and ride it, So that's kind of what's going on often. Though, is it a good time for you, personally? I was just talking with actually my lady that will be doing my facial, and she was telling me that she remembered buying a home back in the 80s, and at that time seemed like to be a lot of money. She was young and they didn't really know what they were doing, and they paid $90,000 for the property. Find out later on when they sold it that all that time this property was zoned for 2 homes, so you can split the lot, build 2 homes. So you never know. You may be sitting on the diamond, So best time to buy if you don't have a home is now, because you definitely want to pay your own mortgage and not your landlord mortgage, unless for whatever reason you have to. And if you really want to live in a bigger home, and if you can only buy a certain size, let's say a smaller condo with your budget, with your down payment, but you really like living in that nicer home that you're renting right now, why not keep that house, keep renting it, but still go out and buy that condominium and rent it out, become a landlord too, and let that equity build up. In 5, 10, 20 years, who knows how much this little condo will then worth, right? So I think people think too much just today without thinking. It's like if we start to all invest for retirement at 65, we all know, too late, buddy. You're already 65. You should be cashing out, not putting in, right? So same thing for your home. The longer you wait, the more chance you're missing on a chance to build your equity. And although I'm a real estate broker and I should be all about sell your home, buy and sell, I will tell you, I encourage you to buy properties and hold on to it. If you can hold on to it, keep your real estate, build your portfolio. Once you do one, it's easier to do 2, and then it becomes easier to do 5. So become a real estate investor, maybe instead of just keep on switching house. If you want to be a landlord, of course, that's a whole different videos, right? So So for this summer, I would say if you are planning to buy this spring, and let me tell you, it's the season, right? We have this normal season of real estate, no matter where you live. We are here in California, but I know that even if you're in Canada and if you're in Texas, whatever, we all have that spring fever where the real estate market picks up. We all went through winter, had the kids in school and all that. We went through the holiday where everything slowed down during the holiday, and now it's spring. It's beautiful outside. It's the days are longer. You can be out later, and that's when really real estate picks up every year. I've been in this for a couple over 20 years, and I have to say that it's never a surprise that spring is busy. I may have one spring that was slow, and that was in the major crash of 2008. So, yep. So what happened? You may have to become a little bit more competitive. So make sure you have your ducks in a row, right? You talk to your lender, you're fully approved, you have your money ready to go. You know, if you have to transfer it some account that it's kind of locked in, make sure you make some transfer at least for your good faith deposit, which is 3% of your purchase price. So make sure you do that. And so get ready to make a strong offer because it will be competitive. And it may slow down during summertime, depending again where you at. Here in California, in our neighborhood, we slow down during summertime because people, guess what? We live in California and people go on vacation out of town during summer. It always blow my mind. Wait, we live in California. Why are you going on vacation? Are we on vacation here? You know, being Canadian, they always blow my mind. But hey, I get it now after 30 years being in this country. Even if it's beautiful all the time in California, you may want to get out of town summertime. So, yeah, that question is more like to the public. You know, is it a good time now? But if you're also an agent listening to us this afternoon, and maybe it's a conversation to have with your client. You know, get them really ready for the competition and all that, and especially if they do want to buy now. An advantage to buy in the market, a spring market, not only that there's more buyers, but there's a lot more homes to choose from. So I'm sure if you've been in the market for a while, you notice that wintertime, the choice is pretty slim, you know, and you may end up settling for something you didn't really care for as much as if you wait for spring and you have a lot more choice. At the end of the day, it's really like, when are you ready, you know? So get your ducks in a row, make sure you have if you're not a cash buyer, make sure you have your loan approved, you're ready to go. You know, you have maybe made some connection with some movers, find out the cost of moving. It's not cheap, guys. So you want to start shopping around, even if you haven't found a home yet. It's smart to start asking questions. And if you're a real estate agent, make sure you help your buyer with that. You know, refer them some people if they don't know anyone. Give them a few names and help them through this to shop for their move, right? And start packing. You know, start eliminating things. You may not want to bring everything with you. You know. So it's time to eliminate and give away things. I would suggest, you know, throw away, give away, keep. So hopefully the pile of donation is bigger than throw away. Don't be a waster if you can. You know, there's so many people that need things that we have that we don't need, and somebody really could use it. So think about all that. Also think about pets. You know, if you have any pets during your move, you definitely want to start thinking about how you're gonna move your dogs, your cats, you know, your birds. So start planning that ahead. You may have to put your pets somewhere during the move that day or for a couple of days. So you may want to also shop around for a place to you know, that will babysit your pet, you know, whatever it's called, like those hotel, or have a friend that, you know, can come and watch for the dogs. But you're not gonna have movers and all the doors gonna be wide open. So it's really stressful for a dog, an animal during a move like that. So make sure you prepare for this. A lot of people don't think about it, and then it's moving day and they're chasing after their dog down the street, and the dog is all stressed out. So that's a few things to think about. And if you have kids that's going to be transferring school after you move in spring and they're going to be going to a new school, make sure you take the time to explore the schools if you have children or grandchildren, and make sure you go to a school that you would like to take your kids to. And I'm going to say about that, like a lot of buyers will tell me, well, Demi, I don't care because I don't have kids. My thing about it is like, I get it, but I have kind of a brain of an investor, and I always think, yeah, but if you have a choice, don't you want to buy a home more in a neighborhood that has great schools maybe, and then for value, retail value. When you resell your home, you will probably get a better price or sell faster if it's really like a school orientated kind of area. And if you don't care, then you don't care, that's fine. Find your dream home. And if you don't care about the school, hey, no problem, we'll find your dream home, right? So real estate agents, that's questions you really want to go through with your buyers. And so make sure you do ask those questions and prepare them for all those different things that will come during the move. And often we wait until the last minute to tell them, oh, no, transfer your utilities. And, if there's some area that may not be, you may not get service with AT&T and stuff like that. If their phone is with AT&T, something to think about. I mean, I'm not saying don't buy a home because your phone won't work so well. I just sold a home that the service there is not too great. I won't say where. And it's still, stuff like this to check, right? And then when you buy a home, definitely all your home inspections. It's so important. Check everything. The general home inspection, and pay attention to what the home inspector will bring to your attention. What you should maybe get more, maybe the sewer line, and maybe the electricity, the roof, maybe the chimney. The home inspectors see things that it's kind of like, not too shabby. You may want to do further investigation and inspection on that. So also think about the terms like how long of an escrow and how much time you'll need for each inspection, appraisal, and things like that. So that's so important to have that prepared ahead if you can. At least have the conversation and the thought so you're ready when you put out your offer and you understand more. An agent could give you a sample copy of a purchase contract, right? So if you're a real estate agent, again, hear me out here. It's a good idea to have a package and bring it to your buyer and kind of start walking them through. So the day that you find a dream home for them, you don't spend a day just trying to explain the contract and then they have question mark they don't understand. Start explain that contract ahead so they're ready, understand a little bit more. If they have questions, they want to ask their lawyer about it. At least you don't have to wait, when you write the offer that day. So those are just tricks, that really help you buying in spring with a high competition and to be totally prepared and a little bit more savvy. And another thing I'm going to say, and I know we're going on our 15 minutes right now, so I'm going to leave you on that. It's to, now I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, so make sure you do get all your ducks in a row like that. I think it's so extremely important. And and then in springtime, very competitive. I think that's the key to win. Be ready. So hope that helps. If you want to know more how to buy during winter, we may just do another Q&A for winter time. But that's a whole other game. So depending on the market, this market in the last couple of years, it didn't matter. Summer, spring, winter, we were going crazy, as you guys all know, right? But it's definitely back to more equal. We're going back towards the seller market. Definitely we are in a seller market, but it's a little bit more balanced. So anyways, good luck with your home search. And a real estate agent, good luck helping your client. If ever you have any questions, reach out to us. Reach out to me. I love teaching. I love training you guys and giving you ideas of take it from a old goose, Canadian goose like me who have been around and done a lot. So hope you enjoy, and make sure you tune in next Friday, 3:30 p.m. We usually try to go on Facebook and answer some questions that was sent to us throughout the week. And please send us your question, and we can pick the best and the most, maybe not the best, the most asked question. That's the one we try to bring on Friday. So cool. Hope you learn something. Nice spending some time with you again. Demi Fox with High State Realty, and have a fantastic weekend. Take care.